Calaroga Shark Media.
Hey, Jody Mack with a second episode here on Saturday. This episode is about Saturday Night Live's homecoming concert thing, whatever the proper title is. They had such a show on Friday night that I wanted to tell you about it. Now, a quick note, there is a naughty word coming up. I try to keep the show clean, but Lady Gaga and Andy Samberg performed a song Andy usually does with Justin Timberlake. That's a little naughty. There's no way around it. Got to let the word go. So, if you're like super prudish and you got a kid, skip today's episode. But it's the one about a box. We'll get to that. I'm going to have to dive in and out of the clip to stay out of trouble and keep it in fair use territory and not just Johnny Mac thought this was funny and here's 5 minutes. Out walks Andy Samberg. Lady Gaga is on the piano, and let's listen.
Tell me something, girl. Are you hanging in the crazy world? Or do you need more?
Andy, I gotta stop you.
Because it's bad?
Yes, it's very bad.
Yeah, I could tell as soon as I started it was off.
Yeah.
Maybe we skip it.
Yeah, I think maybe we could do something that's more in your vocal range.
Yeah, good thought. Good thought for sure. But what? I mean, there is one song, but Justin's not here to do his parts.
All right, so you get the idea there, and they go into the In the Box song, and let's dive back in.
We've been together such a long, long time.
Such a long time.
And now I'm ready to lay it on the line.
Well, it's Christmas, and my heart is open wide.
Open wide.
Gonna give you something so you know what's on my mind.
What's on my mind? A gift real special. So take off the top.
Take a look inside. It's my dick in a box.
It's in a box.
And man, I'm going to let this go a little bit here. You would swear that this is a quote unquote real song. Listen to how talented Gaga is.
Not gonna get you a diamond ring. That sort of gift don't mean anything. Not gonna get you a fancy car. Girl, you gotta know you're my shining star. Not gonna get you a house in the hills. A girl like you needs something real. Wanna get you something from the heart.
Something special, girl.
It's my dick in a box.
I mean, this is just fantastic, especially when you consider what the In the Box song is. Just awesome. Then it turned into a medley, including fan fave Lazy Sunday. Out comes Chris Parnell. We'll give you a sample of that.
Lazy Sunday, wake up in the late afternoon. Call Parnell just to see how he's doing. Hello, what up, Parn? Yo, Samberg, what's cracking? You thinking what I'm thinking? Naughty-o! Man, it's happening. But first, my hunger pains are sticking like duct tape. Let's hit up Magnolia and Mac on some cupcakes. Yo, Dr. Bakery's got all the bomb frosting. I love those cupcakes like McAdams loves Gosling.
By the way, can we follow up on Friday's podcast? If Andy Samberg is responsible for 3 of the top 10 sketches of the 21st century, how is he not in the top 3 all-time on SNL talent? Like, my man's up there. Plus, he's in the Mac Pack, which is my fantasy group when I become a famous celebrity who I'm going to roll with. Andy's in the Mac Pack. It'll be me and him and Chickless and the others. This next clip I hear for you, the Backstreet Boys are doing one of their hits, and I'm old. I don't know. Main Backstreet Boys guy. You guys can send me letters be like, how do you not know who that is? I don't care. They were too young for me. Main Backstreet Boys guy goes out into the crowd and starts singing with Jerry Seinfeld, which you can kind of sort of hear here.
Come on, Paul. I can see you. Tell me why. Come on, Vedder. I never wanted. You said. Yeah, good job. Oh, bring that track back. Let's go.
Host Jimmy Fallon clarified the 3-hour show would only present musical guests and not hand out awards. Jimmy said, apparently there's been some confusion. This is just a concert. We're not giving out any awards tonight, so I just want to make sure that everybody knows that. Then the bit, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson got up and left. John Mulaney spoke of SNL's music guru Hal Winner and how if Hal were still around, he would have loved a lot of acts on the bill, and Mulaney said he also would have hated parts of tonight, and I would have loved to talk to him about the parts he hated. Variety recapped Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer getting out there doing their middle school teacher thing. Marty Culp and Bobby Mohan Culp take on Drake in the Diss Wars. Whether they mean to or not, it would have been a mistake to revive too many of SNL's musically inclined recurring characters, but this special arrived with the right balance. They were really the two we were hoping for, both involving Will Ferrell, the lounge singer-style Culp duo, and the Blue Oyster Cult cowbell arranger. 1 out of 2 wasn't bad. The pair ran through a medley that incorporated Brat, Good Luck Babe, Unholy, Denial is a River, and other recent hits, all getting the Marty and Elaine at the Dresden Room treatment, with the eternal joke being that these happily marrieds really do mean to be hep, but are just never going to think about lyrical appropriateness, blah, blah, blah. Here's your full set list. Jimmy Fallon's Soul Man, Miley Cyrus and Brittany Howard, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Miley on Flowers, Bad Bunny did too, Bill Murray doing his lounge singer thing, You're All I Need to Get By, Eddie Vedder doing Tom Petty's The Waiting and Corduroy, Tracy Morgan sang Astronaut Jones' theme song, B-52's Love Shack, Bowen Yang and Sarah Sherman, I think, were out on that one. Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way with Jerry Seinfeld. Devo, no, not Whip It, Uncontrollable Urge. Gaga, Andy, Eddie Vedder, Lonely Island, etc. did the medley. Lauryn Hill came out, did a medley. Ferrell and Gasteyer a medley. Jelly Roll did a Johnny Cash medley that I saw get panned on the internet. Brandy Carlisle, The Joke. Mumford & Sons, I'll Wait. Jerry Douglas joined them for The Boxer. Snoop Dogg, Gin and Juice. Snoop Dogg and Jelly Roll's Last Dance with Mary Jane, originally a Tom Petty song. Snoop's got his own take on that. Arcade Fire, David Byrne, St. Vincent, and the Preservation Hall Jazz Band did Heroes and Wake Up. Post Malone and Nirvana did Smells Like Teen Spirit. Robin and David Byrne did This Must Be the Place. Cher, If I Could Turn Back Time. Jack White, Rockin' in the Free World, and Seven Nation Army. Looking ahead to tomorrow, it seems Dan Aykroyd and Bill Hader are not coming. A source close to Dan Aykroyd tells LateNighter.com that Aykroyd, quote, could not come. Matt Belloni at Puck News says that Bill Hader was a, quote, polite decline. Dick Ebersol, who was the executive producer during the 5 years Lauren wasn't there, will not be at the show, reportedly due to health issues. Aykroyd posted on social media, cracking ahead with pride at having been a co-founder of SNL along with everyone we were together with in those 4 years, 5 decades ago. This telecast is as historical as the next moon landing. Comedy stars of our age all gathered under the aegis of America's greatest living impresario, my boss, Lorne Michaels. People, it's friggin' holy. So I wonder why Dan isn't coming. I'm just looking up how old he is now. He's only 72. I was speculating maybe he was older than that and didn't want people to see old Dan Aykroyd. I don't know. I worked with him once. We were in Chicago, and we did a town hall broadcast for Sirius XM. A town hall would be like you'd get cool celebrities and invite a small handful of listeners. So we did one with Aykroyd and Jim Belushi celebrating the Blues Brothers. So that was the only time I worked with Aykroyd. Totally cool, totally professional. Didn't catch any attitude from him. So hope everything is okay with Dan. I'm quite surprised he's not coming, but I don't know. The Bill Hader thing, super weird to me. No idea. A fun story going out on Thursday evening. New Yorker editor Susan Morrison sent out a mass email invitation to an event for her bio of Lorne Michaels. Apparently, she's not familiar with BCC, the blind carbon copy. People started hitting reply all. A lot of people were on this one. Tina Fey chimed in about 2 hours into this and said, "Dear Boomers," and sent a link to a YouTube video for senior citizens on how to read, reply, and forward emails when using a Gmail account. John Hamm then replied all, thanks, Tina. Also, thanks, Susan. I'll see you there. Bump. Colin Jost joined in at 10:04 p.m. and said, guys, the video Tina sent is malware. Make sure to keep hitting reply all or the virus can infect your computers. Hamm again. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, young man. Aaron Sorkin jumped in and said, how did I get involved with this? Hilarious. All right, that is your bonus comedy news on this Saturday. Earlier today, an hour-long episode, Mike Chisholm and I from the Letterman podcast talked about Dave's appearance on Fallon. We talked about SNL50. Tomorrow's already in the can. It's more or less a normal episode. Monday is a normal episode. And then my plan for Tuesday is to do a recap similar to this one with hopefully lots of clips. I may drop that one Monday afternoon as an early release for Tuesday, but we'll see how things go. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Back in the morning.